Jimmy Kimmel Live returns to late night television tonight, but you won't be able to watch it locally on WJLA. In fact, Sinclair Broadcasting Group, which owns the ABC station here in the DMV, is choosing not to air Kimmel's show and will run news programming instead.
This all traces back to Jimmy Kimmel's comments about the man accused of killing conservative activist Charlie Kirk. The move to suspend Kimmel, plus recent changes to Pentagon policies for journalists, has reignited concerns about free speech in the DMV and beyond now, even as fans celebrate Jimmy Kimmel's return.
He has the right to have his show and say what he wants to say, just like everybody else says what they want in the United States.
It's a cautionary tale. I hope that they will resist any future pressure from the FCC and Carr, because he has his sights on other things. Jimmy Kimmel, thank you very much.
Joining us now to dig deeper into those free speech concerns is Connor Fitzpatrick, a senior attorney at the Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression. Thank you for being with us this morning. And we want to start with the Jimmy Kimmel fallout. How much of that commentary, in your opinion, falls under the category of protected free speech?
All of it. Every joke that Mr. Kimmel made, every remark that he made on his show is fully protected by the First Amendment. And it was a gross abuse of power by the Trump administration and FCC Chairman Brendan Carr to try and cajole not only ABC, but the affiliate networks into taking him off the air. The FCC's regulatory power, and the Supreme Court and federal statute is very clear about this, cannot be wielded as a weapon to try and curtail free speech.
All right, I wanted to ask, what does the suspension of his show signal to you in terms of, really the national discourse around free speech in the age of cancel culture?
I think it signals a very worrying trend, and it's one that didn't start within the last few weeks. It's one that's been going on for a decade or even a little bit more, which is that, especially in the age of viral videos on TikTok and Twitter and on Facebook, one stray remark can be repeated millions and tens of millions of times until we reduce one person to a single sentence or a single remark, and we define a person by that one joke. And I think we need to remember that these are regular people. These are jokes, and we don't want to live in a society, and it's not conducive to a free society to make everyone walk on eggshells thinking that one stray remark could end a decades-long career.
All right, so let's talk about this because with the current FCC chair, made some threats to Disney and ABC about censoring Jimmy Kimmel ahead of the announcement to preempt the show. So we want to play that bite from President Trump. Take a listen.
No side in American politics has a monopoly on disturbed or misguided people. But there's one part of our political community which believes they have a monopoly on truth, goodness, and virtue, and concludes they have also a monopoly on power, thought, and speech. Well, that's not happening anymore. We've turned that corner very quickly.
All right, so you specialize in the legal framework of protecting free speech. Do you believe this political climate presents new challenges to these different forms of protected speech, free speech?
I think the current administration is certainly posing a very significant challenge to free speech. What we've seen since this administration took power earlier this year is that despite the executive order they issued committing to protecting free speech, at every turn they are attacking free speech, whether it is going after universities because they have professors who are teaching subjects and viewpoints they don't like, going after law firms for representing causes they don't like, going after international students for authoring op-eds they don't like, and now for going after late night shows for making points and jokes they don't like. At every turn, this administration is looking to control the narrative, is looking to use the levers of power to punish those who disagree with the administration's approach. But the First Amendment demands neutrality from our government in the marketplace of ideas, and that's what we need to return to.
All right, Connor Fitzpatrick with the Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression. Look, we appreciate the conversation and your expertise here. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me.